Hello viewers and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. We continue to take a look on what's happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. According to Eddie Cross, Nssa in Zimbabwe collected around 27 billion for the past 25 years, but only 1.5 billion is available. What it means is 25.5 billion cannot be accounted for. Let us take a look onto this revelation and then understand what is happening.
In South Africa, there are 7 taxes. In Zimbabwe, there are 51. There are 12 deductions from salaries. Nssa. Why the hell do we pay Nssa? 9% of our salary bill. 9% goes to Nssa. And what for? The total value of Nssa today is $1.5 billion. They've received $27 billion from us as employers in the last 25 years. Where the hell has all that money gone? Why is nobody taking any account of this? And what doesn't, I paid into Nssa for 27 years. I don't get a pension from Nssa because I don't bother to collect it. It's worthless. Taxation. We're the most heavily taxed people on earth. That's true.
So when you look at it, 25.5 billion cannot be accounted for. And this is something which is very, very important because remember that Zimbabwe does have around 51 taxations, according to Eddie Cross. While if you go to South Africa, they only have 12 taxations. But South Africa is performing way better than Zimbabwe. So if you look at it, Zimbabwe is being looted left, right, and center. If we are to talk about the 15 billion missing from the diamonds revenue, you go to Nssa, 25.5 billion cannot be accounted for. How much have we lost as a nation? Go to gold. There is a report which says, an official report which says Zimbabwe is losing at least 100 million per month from gold leakages. 100 million United States dollars by 12 months, that is 1.2 billion. So if you put it together to say how much have we lost in terms of Nssa, in terms of gold, in terms of diamonds, in terms of chrome, in terms of lithium, in terms of platinum, you can actually see that Zimbabwe has lost billions, which means Zimbabwe does not need external investors. Zimbabwe does not need people who are going to say, we need to open mines, so we are going to bring money into Zimbabwe. When 25.5 billion is missing, you are talking about investors who are coming with just a few dollars of money. That money from Nssa could have been put into mining. Imagine an investment of 20 billion US in mining alone. If it starts to pay off, our pensioners would be living large. Our pensioners would be living like people who are freshly employed. That is true. So the biggest problem which we have in Zimbabwe is that monies are being collected. Go to the insurance sector. Money is collected. When people are involved in accidents, they fork money in from their own pockets. When vehicles are damaged, it's something else. So when we talk about these issues, you can actually see that the biggest problem which we have right now is the government of ZANU-PF, is the system of ZANU-PF. For the past years, the Smith left reserves in RBZ. Right now, there are no reserves whatsoever to talk about. They will tell you about 1.5 tons. What is 1.5 tons in 45 years? So when you look at it, imagine if Zimbabwe was saving, let's say, 2 to 5 tons per year, times 45 years. Imagine where we would be at this point in time. So Zimbabwe is being destroyed by the leadership, which is there as ZANU-PF leadership. And Emmerson Mnangagwa, together with Robert Mugabe, they collectively destroyed Zimbabwe. And Emmerson cannot talk about 2030 when things continue to be the way they are right now. So it is what it is. We will continue to speak about change. We will continue to point out all these issues which are affecting us as a nation.